the cold, black silence of Sector V-21, beyond the reach of even the bravest exploration fleets, a salvage crew of the Vakar Dominion found something they weren't meant to find. A drifting Terran vessel, ancient, forgotten, sealed in the void. The ship bore deep scars of battle. Hull fractures wept frozen gas. Its engines were dead. Its name, etched in faded lettering across a broken wing, LZ-51. Curiosity has killed many things in this galaxy. This time, it killed far more. Captain Zell, a meticulous but ambitious Vakar, ordered the crew aboard. Inside, the vessel was a tomb. Corpses floated silently in decompression, limbs twisted in agony, the aftermath of whatever hell had occurred here. Systems were offline, lights were gone, but deep in the belly of the ship, one cryogenic chamber still pulsed, alive. Its warning label blinked in Terran language. Project Lazarus, do not open. They opened it. Mist spilled from the chamber. Ice cracked over pale, sunken skin. A human male, heavily scarred, visibly emaciated, curled in the fetal position. His vitals were unreadable. Neural activity off the charts. It shouldn't have been possible. His body should have decomposed centuries ago. And yet, he breathed. The crew brought him aboard their ship, the Axiom, locking him in the medbay under constant surveillance. Medical officers reported strange anomalies. A second heartbeat that flickered and vanished. Quantum brainwave patterns and regenerative cellular behavior that mimicked replication. Then he awoke, not with a scream or a gasp, but a whisper. He sat up slowly, eyes milky, confused, then terrifyingly clear. The first word he spoke, "Run." The medbay lights flickered. The AI stuttered. One of the guards, skeptical of the fragile Terran, stepped closer to sedate him. He died in less than 5 seconds. His spine shattered mid-air, twisted by an invisible force. Cameras caught nothing. No movement. No gesture. Just a blur and a body. The captain, horrified, ordered the human incinerated. They strapped him down, injected high-level plasma accelerants, and burned him alive. His body writhed, screamed, then went still. 3 hours later, the ship's power failed. Main corridors flickered into emergency blue. Security systems reset. In the cold silence of Deck 4, the medbay door hissed open by itself. He stood there, alive, flesh half-burned, eyes glowing faintly in the dark. No weapons, no armor, and yet nothing moved to stop him. He walked. Room by room, corridor by corridor, he drifted like a ghost. Doors sealed behind him. The AI stammered.
Specimen 1, integrity breach, incompatible behavior, system error.
Captain Zell ordered a lockdown. But even the ship was scared. As Lazarus neared the control deck, the lights dimmed. Alien crew members who encountered him froze in place. Some wept, others dropped dead from heart attacks, their minds unable to process what they saw. Because Lazarus wasn't just a human anymore. Project Lazarus wasn't a revival protocol. It was a loop, a forbidden resurrection experiment by Earth's black labs, meant to test whether a consciousness could survive quantum death. The prototype? Subject 0. Every time he died, his consciousness replicated and returned. Not just in the body, but around it. He was anchored to the fabric of reality. He didn't exist within space. He existed around it. But he had been forgotten, left floating for centuries. His memories were fractured, glimpses of Earth's collapse, betrayal by Terran leaders, and the agony of being burned alive dozens, maybe hundreds of times. All he remembered now was rage. When the crew attempted to jettison him into space, he let them. They watched as his body floated, tumbling through nothingness. Relief filled them until sensors picked him up again. 11 minutes later, he re-entered the ship through a sealed airlock that never opened. One by one, the crew turned on each other. The AI began to hallucinate. Logs rewrote themselves. People heard voices, echoes from Lazarus's past lives. Some began to dream while awake. One officer cut off his own eyelids to stop seeing the things Lazarus showed him. But Lazarus said nothing. He simply wandered until he reached the core. There, he laid his hand on the main console and remembered his real name, his mission. Earth was gone. They had used him, then abandoned him. The Lazarus protocol wasn't a test. It was a weapon, designed to create an immortal soldier who would never die until his mission was fulfilled. But no one had told him what the mission was. So he chose one. He uploaded his mind into the ship's AI. In seconds, every screen on the vessel glitched, filling with Terran code, corrupted memories, flashes of nuclear fire, child's laughter, the sound of a woman calling his name, and then silence. A message played. Project Lazarus, mission redefined. Objective, bring Earth back. But Earth was dust, and so he would carve a new one, using the stars themselves. The Axiom vanished from galactic records after that day. Signals were intercepted once, a faint whisper across deep space channels. A Vakar escape pod was recovered years later, floating far beyond mapped space. Inside, Captain Zell sat motionless, still breathing, whispering one word over and over again. He's not a man. He's a message.